Hey you guys, today we're going to give you 5 tips for taking your pet snake outdoors.
All right, you guys, temperatures are warming up a bit. It's becoming summer, and that means you might want to take your pet snake outside. Now, taking your snake outside is wonderful for the snake to get some exercise and some sunlight, but there's a certain way of going about it. Here's 5 things that you're going to want to consider while you're taking your snake outside. The first of which is pretty obvious, and that would be temperature. Temperature is very important. You want to make sure that it's actually hot enough to bring your snake outside, but not so hot that it's overheated and cannot get away from the heat. So basically, you're going to be wanting to go somewhere in between 75 and 90 degrees, basically for a ball python or something like that. A colubrid can tolerate it a bit colder, but the colubrid isn't going to want the temperature to be as hot. So adjust that range to like 70 to 85 for a colubrid. And if you're at the higher end of these ranges, you want to make sure that your animal has a shady spot where it can go as well. So you don't want the animal to just be in direct sunlight the entire time that it's outside and it can't get away. If there's a shady spot that it can go to, definitely give it that option. Just because these animals are reptiles doesn't mean they want it scorching hot all the time. So you definitely want to make sure the temperature is good for your snake to be comfortable outside. Really, the biggest theme for all of these tips is going to be safety. The number one priority is the safety of these beautiful animals. And that brings us to point number 2, which is make sure that your lawn is not sprayed with chemicals or pesticides. If your lawn is sprayed with chemicals, pesticides, if you have rat poison, outside or something like that, you're not going to want to let your snake get into any of that because obviously that could potentially harm your snake. So you want to make sure that you're putting them in an organic, clean environment that's free of chemicals and pesticides. Third tip is you're going to need to watch your animal. I mean, you'd think that this would be obvious, but it's not as obvious as it sounds. You need to be watching your animal and making sure that it can't escape. You also need to watch the body language of your animal, and you need to make sure it's not coming into contact with parasites like ticks and stuff like that. You want to definitely check your animal when you bring it inside. You're going to want to check it while it's outside, and just generally keep an eye on it. You're going to want to observe the behavior of your animal, and you really should want to do this anyways to see, if it's enjoying being outside or not. A big concern of a lot of people is the myth that if you bring your snake outside, it's going to get snake mites. If you live in North America, you're not going to get snake mites by bringing your snake outside. There's a lot of other ways you can get snake mites, but bringing your snake outside and letting it exercise is not one of those ways. So definitely don't let that stop you from bringing your snake outside. That being said, there are other things that live outside, like I previously mentioned, ticks and stuff like that you definitely should keep an eye out for. Before we get into these last 2 tips here, we're going to go ahead and check in with my boy Dan for one of Dan's snake facts. Take it away, Dan.
What is going on, everybody? This is Dan with Shack Scales. I have my male banana ball python Mochi here with me today. Snake fact for today is going to be on the Gaboon Viper. Not only is that one of my favorite venomous snakes due to its colors and looks and whatnot, but they also have the longest fangs out of all venomous snakes, and their fangs can be up to 2 inches long, which is pretty freaking crazy. Now you know.
Thanks, Dan. So the 4th tip is you not only have to watch your snake, but you have to watch the surroundings. A snake this size, like Maui size right here, could be eaten by a bird or a fox or almost anything that exists outside. You don't want to just set a snake like this on the ground and leave it. A bigger snake you can set on the ground, and you still need to stand next to it and observe the surroundings, not only the snake, but the surroundings as well. You need to be aware of the surroundings and make sure that a hawk or an eagle does not swoop down and snatch your beautiful animal, or any ground-based predator. You don't want that to happen. These guys are an easy meal for a lot of things. We're keeping them in captivity. They don't have the survival instincts. So you need to be looking out for them. So like Maui, for example, if I was to take Maui outside, he'll be in my hand just like this. We'll snap some pictures. I'll handle him. He'll get the benefit of the sunlight. He'll get the exercise from the handling, and then he'll come back inside. But larger snakes like Eva, Athena, some of the northern white-lipped pythons, even Dundee and Smiley, I might set down for a bit, but I stand really close to them to make sure that that neighborhood hawk isn't eyeballing them and trying to swoop down and get an easy meal off my beloved pets. The fifth and final tip is just to have fun, you guys. This experience should be fun for you. It should be fun for your snake. And learning about how your snake acts outside, observing it, and all of these things will go into you enjoying being a snake keeper even more. And this will be enrichment for you as well as your snake. It's great to get these beautiful animals outside like this girl Tinkerbell right here. Check out the circles on her back. She is a motley het amelanistic het ultra corn snake, and she's just beautiful. I love getting this girl outside and seeing her bright orange color in the sun. She is a wonderful snake. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and check us out on Patreon. We are doing this full time now, and Patreon is the best way that you can support us throughout our journey. We are doing reptiles full time so that we can keep making these videos and keep doing reptiles. Go ahead and support us on Patreon. Go ahead and check out our partner Reptichip as well. Their link is in the description. You already know Dan from Shack Scales. His link is in the description. He's always bringing us the wonderful snake facts. And when you guys take your snakes outside, have fun. Send me some pictures of how it goes. And you guys have a wonderful day.